I'm going to make a bold claim right now, something you might find genuinely surprising. You could be doing everything right to manage your health and keep your blood pressure steady. Watching your salt, walking every day, taking your medicines as prescribed. But there is one thing, a silent saboteur, sitting right on your kitchen counter that is actively making your condition worse. It is something we all use to cook every single day. I'm talking about the very oil you choose to fry an egg, sauté your vegetables, or bake a favorite treat. The startling truth is that 4 common cooking oils, the ones often disguised as vegetable or heart-friendly, are secretly causing tiny, damaging fires inside your blood vessels. These oils are quietly making your blood stickier, your arteries stiffer, and your blood pressure creep higher, forcing your heart to work overtime just to keep up. Imagine your body's arteries as a garden hose. With good oils, the water flows smoothly. With these 4 oils, it's like gunk is slowly building up on the inside, increasing the pressure until the hose is ready to burst. That feeling of anxiety, that number on the cuff that just won't drop, that constant worry about your heart, a significant part of it could be traced back to what you are pouring into your pan. In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose these 4 culprits. They are so common, you probably have at least one of them in your pantry right now. But here is the most important part, the teaser mystery you need to stay for. The final oil on this list is one that many people are actively encouraged to use, believing it's a healthy choice. That common advice is dead wrong, and once you know the science behind this last oil, you will immediately stop using it. It's the single most shocking discovery I've made in my research on seniors and heart health. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you won't just know what to stop using, you'll have a simple, practical, daily action plan to replace them and start seeing that blood pressure number move in the right direction, sometimes in as little as 15 days. Your journey to a calmer, healthier heart starts right now by cleaning out your cooking oil cabinet. Hello, I'm Dr. Sandra Serrati. For years, my focus has been on helping people just like you, especially those over the age of 60, find natural, simple ways to support their health, to feel strong, and to genuinely enjoy their best years. I know the struggle you face. You're diligent. You're committed to living a long, vital life. But when that blood pressure reading comes in high, it feels like a heavy weight, a constant threat hanging over you. That frustration, that feeling of not having control, is completely understandable. It's often because we are given very general advice, but the real damage happens in the tiny, daily decisions we make, the ones that seem too small to matter, like choosing a cooking oil. Today, we are going to dive deep into a topic that is far too often overlooked: the connection between the fats we cook with and the pressure inside our body's plumbing system. This isn't about complicated diets or expensive supplements. This is about simple kitchen swaps that can have a profound impact on your energy, your artery health, and most importantly, on finally bringing those numbers down. I promise you 3 things. First, we will name and shame the 4 most harmful oils for your condition. Second, I will clearly explain why they hurt your body in simple, non-medical terms. And finally, I'll give you the perfect replacement oils and a simple routine to make this change stick, so you can feel more relaxed and confident about your health tomorrow than you do today. Let's get started. The oil culprit list. Number 1. Let's begin our countdown of the 4 oils you need to stop using today. The first one is a staple in many kitchens, an oil that is cheap and widely used in all sorts of packaged and restaurant foods. Culprit number 1, soybean oil. Now, why does this everyday oil pose a risk to your heart health? It comes down to something called the omega balance. Your body needs 2 main types of healthy fat, omega-3s and omega-6s. Think of omega-3s as the calming, anti-firefighting fats that soothe inflammation in your blood vessels, helping them relax. Omega-6s are necessary, but in large amounts, they become the gasoline that fuels that internal fire. Soybean oil is absolutely loaded with omega-6s and very little omega-3s. The typical diet today has an unhealthy ratio, maybe 15 or 20 times more omega-6 than omega-3. When you pour soybean oil into your pan, you are drastically tipping that scale. For seniors, this imbalance is particularly worrying. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become a little stiffer. The inflammatory surge from too much omega-6 makes this worse. It creates tiny irritations on the walls of your arteries, like scratches on a smooth surface. Your body tries to fix these scratches, which can lead to plaque buildup and narrowing. This narrowing is a direct cause of increased pressure. You must remove this source of constant irritation if you want to give your heart a break. How to apply this benefit? Start reading labels. If you see soybean oil listed as the main ingredient, whether in salad dressing, mayonnaise, or a processed snack, put it back. When cooking at home, choose a balanced oil instead, which we will discuss later. Simply replacing this oil for a month can lower the low-grade fire in your body, allowing your vessels to operate much more calmly. Now, you might think cutting out soybean oil is the hard part, but here's where it gets surprising. The next oil on my list is chemically very similar to soybean oil, but it has an even sneakier way of damaging your heart. It's what you often find in deep-fried food, and knowing how it's made will make you never order those fries again. The oil culprit list, number 2, culprit. Number 2, refined corn oil. Corn oil is another member of the high omega-6 family, but its danger is amplified by how it's processed. When oil is labeled refined, it means it has been through a dramatic industrial journey involving high heat, harsh chemicals, and deodorizers to make it look clear and taste completely neutral. It might seem harmless, but this brutal processing changes the oil's fundamental structure. This is the oil's tragic flaw. The high heat used in refining essentially damages the delicate fat molecules, turning them into what scientists call oxidized or rancid fats, even before they reach your kitchen. Think of it like a rusty pipe. When you consume this rusty, damaged fat, it carries that damage right into your bloodstream. Why this matters for your golden years is crucial. These damaged fats are prime suspects for increasing something called oxidative stress. This is a scientific phrase that simply means too many free radicals are floating around. These free radicals attack the lining of your blood vessels, making them less flexible and less able to relax. Flexible arteries are the secret to healthy blood pressure. Stiff arteries force the heart to pump harder, just to push the same amount of blood through a rigid path. A micro case story. I remember one gentleman, a retired teacher, who tracked his blood pressure daily. It was stubbornly high. We noticed he was using corn oil for all his baking because it had a neutral taste. The moment he swapped it out for a less refined, stable fat, he reported feeling physically less inflamed. And within 6 weeks, his lower pressure number dropped significantly, nearly 10 points. It's a small change, but the cumulative effect is huge. We have covered 2 oils that promote silent inflammation and stiffness, but the third oil is found in one of the most common convenience foods and is notorious for its direct, immediate impact on the stickiness of your blood. You might think this is enough, but wait until you hear about this third oil, because its name is practically a code word for clogging your arteries. The oil culprit list. Number 3, culprit. Number 3, partially hydrogenated oil or trans fats. You might not see partially hydrogenated oil proudly displayed on a bottle anymore, but it's essential you know what it is and where it still hides. These are the notorious trans fats. Decades ago, food companies engineered these fats to be solid at room temperature, like a cheap butter substitute, making processed foods stay fresh longer and taste richer. Think about commercial baked goods, certain stick margarines, frozen dinners, and creamy coffee whiteners. This fat is dangerous because your body literally doesn't know what to do with it. Trans fats are like square pegs in the round holes of your cellular structure. They interfere with every single cell, but their effect on the circulation is catastrophic. They raise the bad cholesterol in your body, and they lower the good protective cholesterol. This is a double whammy for your arteries. More bad cholesterol means more material available to create buildup, and less good cholesterol means less protection to clean up the mess. The combination makes your blood thicker and stickier. Imagine your blood vessels need to open and close smoothly to regulate pressure. The sticky, unhealthy molecules from trans fats gum up the works, making it harder for the vessel to expand when needed. This lack of smooth response means your pressure stays high. How to avoid this one? Never trust something that is labeled zero trans fat unless you also check the ingredient list for partially hydrogenated oil. Companies can claim zero if the amount per serving is very small, but if you eat 3 servings, the damage accumulates. You have to become a detective in the grocery store. Look at the package label, and if you see that phrase, simply leave the product on the shelf. Protecting your heart means protecting your blood's fluidity. We are almost at the big reveal, the 4th and final oil that is currently sitting in millions of kitchens, lauded as healthy, yet secretly working against your heart's natural rhythm. But before I give you the name of that most shocking oil, I want to briefly talk about a universal problem that makes even decent oils turn bad. This is a crucial mistake most seniors make, and it's about how we handle repeatedly heated oil. The danger of reused oil. Whether you're using one of the bad oils or even a better one, there is a serious problem with reusing oil. I see this often, especially with people who grew up being mindful of waste. You fry something and then you save the oil to use again later. Please stop doing this immediately. The moment oil is heated, especially to a high temperature like when frying, it starts to break down. This is called thermal oxidation. The oil changes chemically, and it creates even more of those highly damaging, unstable, free radical molecules we spoke about earlier. When you heat it again, and then again, you are multiplying the damage. The repeated heating is what causes a good oil to turn into a substance that is highly irritating to the body's systems. These irritating substances promote even more stiffness and lack of flexibility in your blood vessels, driving up that pressure reading. For seniors, this is important because our bodies are less efficient at cleaning up the damage caused by these unstable molecules. We need to reduce the load. The how-to. Use a fresh, small amount of oil for each cooking session. If you are sautéing or lightly pan-frying, wipe the pan clean after. If you are frying at a higher temperature, discard the used oil safely and responsibly. Your wallet might feel a tiny pinch, but the health benefit to your heart is priceless. Now, for the final, most surprising oil that must go. The oil culprit list. Number 4. The shocking reveal. Wait until you hear the name of this last oil, because I know you will be surprised. I cannot stress enough how much this one is marketed as a healthy choice, but for people specifically dealing with stubborn high blood pressure, it's a non-starter. Culprit number 4, refined canola oil. Now, many of you are saying, wait, Dr. Sarati, canola oil is low in saturated fat and high in monounsaturated fat. I thought it was good for my heart. And you would be right, in theory. But here's the problem. Almost all canola oil sold in the grocery store is highly refined, just like the corn and soybean oils we discussed. The process of refining canola oil is particularly rough. The canola seed has to be heavily processed with chemical solvents and high heat to extract the oil and make it stable for the shelf. This processing destroys almost all the natural protective compounds and antioxidants that were in the original seed. What you are left with is an oil that is highly prone to becoming rancid and damaging once it hits your body. But there is a second major issue for blood pressure. Canola oil has a decent amount of omega-3 fats, which is good, but just like the other refined oils, the processing can damage these delicate fats. When omega-3s are damaged, they can actually contribute to the inflammatory problem rather than solving it. You are better off getting your omega-3s from fish or high-quality supplements than relying on refined canola oil. The takeaway here is that the word refined is the enemy, especially when it comes to oils used for high-heat cooking. If you want a neutral oil, you must choose one that is truly cold-pressed and minimally processed. But honestly, for your blood pressure, there are much safer and more reliable options out there. This is a clear case where common, often cheap supermarket advice doesn't match the needs of a sensitive body. Stop using this oil and see if you don't feel a calming difference in your body's overall response. We've covered the 4 culprits: soybean, corn, partially hydrogenated, and refined canola oil. Now let's smash 3 common beliefs that keep people stuck on the wrong path. These are the whispers that confuse you and make managing your health harder than it needs to be. Myth 1. All saturated fat is bad for blood pressure, so I must use only liquid vegetable oils. This is a dangerous oversimplification. For decades, we were told to swap out all saturated fats like butter or coconut oil for the liquid vegetable oils. But we just learned that many vegetable oils are highly refined, full of damaging omega-6s, and worse for your arteries than moderate amounts of stable, natural saturated fats. The quality of the fat matters more than the category. For cooking, especially higher heat cooking, oils like good quality butter, ghee, or even unrefined coconut oil are far more stable and create fewer toxic byproducts than the refined liquid oils. They don't turn rancid easily. Remember, the issue is the inflammatory fire, and these stable fats are not fuel for that fire. Use them in moderation and focus on removing the refined ones first. Myth 2. If an oil says light or pure, it means it's healthier. This is clever marketing language designed to trick you. When you see light olive oil or pure vegetable oil, what you are actually seeing is a red flag. Light generally means the oil has been more heavily refined, stripped of its color and flavor, and often mixed with other cheaper oils. The words you want to look for are extra virgin or cold pressed. These terms mean the oil was minimally processed, retaining its natural vitamins and protective plant compounds. The minute you see light, you know it has been stripped of the very goodness that makes it healthy in the first place. Don't fall for the marketing trick. Go for the good stuff, even if it has a stronger flavor. Myth 3. The best way to lower pressure is to eliminate all fat from my diet. This belief is simply wrong and harmful. Your heart and brain actually rely on healthy fats to function correctly. You need good fats for your cell walls, for hormone production, and yes, to keep your arteries flexible. Eliminating fat entirely can lead to deficiencies and can actually increase your craving for harmful processed foods. The goal is not no fat, but good fat. You need the monounsaturated fats found in things like nuts and olives, and the omega-3s from fatty fish and seeds. These fats are the calmers and protectors. They help your blood vessels relax and reduce that internal irritation. A balanced fat-inclusive diet with the right oils is the true secret to supporting a strong heart. Now that we've broken these myths, let's create your simple action plan. Boosters Action Plan. Now that you know the 4 oils to stop using, let's talk about what you should use, and more importantly, how to make this change easy and effective. This is your simple 3-step implementation blueprint for a calmer heart. Step 1. The kitchen cabinet clean-out, immediate action. This is the non-negotiable first step. Go to your pantry right now, or as soon as this video is over. Locate any bottles of soybean oil, corn oil, refined canola oil, and any processed products listing partially hydrogenated oil. Do not throw them away. Instead, take them to a friend or family member who doesn't have heart health concerns, or look up how to dispose of cooking oil safely in your area. Remove the temptation. Seeing the bad oil is a cue to use it. Once it's gone, the choice is made. Your replacement trio. Replace them with a small selection of 3 reliable oils. Extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, your daily all-star. Use it for low to medium heat cooking, sautéing, and absolutely all salad dressings. The antioxidants in it are proven to help keep your vessel walls strong. Avocado oil, your high heat hero. It has a very neutral flavor and can handle high temperatures without breaking down. Use this for roasting and pan frying. Ghee or butter, grass-fed if possible, for flavor and stability. Use sparingly when a rich taste is needed. It's a stable, natural fat that doesn't cause the same instability as the processed oils. Step 2. The 15-day ingredient. Detective challenge. Routine building. For the next 15 days, every time you buy a processed or pre-packaged food, you will become the ingredient detective. Turn the package over. If you see soybean, corn, or canola oil listed in the top 3 ingredients, choose something else. This includes chips, crackers, sauces, and anything in a box. This challenge is not about perfection, it's about awareness. Measurable expectation. If you successfully cut out these hidden oils for 15 days, you will drastically lower the inflammatory load on your body. Many people report feeling less general joint discomfort, which is a wonderful side benefit, and their overall energy improves. You are actively giving your blood vessels a break from constant irritation. Step 3. The 30 to 90-day food prep strategy. Long-term results. After the first month of consistently using your replacement trio and avoiding processed oils, you will start noticing a real difference. Now, we move to a longer-term strategy to lock in the lower numbers. The key here is to control more of your food preparation. Implementation blueprint. Dedicate 1 day a week to oil control prep. Make a large batch of your own salad dressing using EVOO. Prepare a big sheet pan of roasted vegetables using avocado oil. This simple habit means that when you are hungry or tired during the week, you have healthy, oil-controlled options ready to go. You stop relying on quick, processed meals that use the dangerous oils. Measurable expectation. By the 60 to 90-day mark, this change will be a habit. Coupled with your other health efforts, this is when you may see those blood pressure numbers stabilize at a lower, healthier level. The heart is a remarkable organ, and when you remove the constant irritants, it rewards you with resilience. Consistency, not intensity, is the master here. What we have done today is not about dieting. It's about making simple, informed choices to give your amazing body the best fuel possible. You have worked hard to get to this stage of life, and you deserve to enjoy it without the constant worry of an elevated blood pressure reading. The simple swap of a cooking oil is a powerful, daily act of self-care. It's a small decision in the kitchen that sends a big signal to your heart. I am taking control. I am choosing peace over pressure. Imagine 90 days from now. You walk into the doctor's office, your blood pressure is measured, and for the first time in a long time, the numbers are exactly where you want them to be. Think of the relief, the confidence, and the extra years of vitality you've unlocked simply by cleaning out your pantry and choosing better fats. That future is absolutely possible for you. My mission is to bring you clear, actionable health information. If this video helped you understand the silent dangers in your kitchen, please let me know. Like this video to help other people just like you find this important message. In the comments below, Tell me your age and one oil you are throwing out today. Sharing your commitment helps you stay accountable. And if you want more trustworthy, research-backed tips for living a healthier life after 60, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I've put a link on the screen now to another video about the 3 simple morning routines that relax your arteries. Go watch that next. Thank you for spending this valuable time with me. You are worth the effort.